The secret weapon of Holy Mount Athos. What weapon does Athos use to help Ukraine? Without exaggeration, over the past 25 years I have visited Athos more than 100 times. I have visited all its monasteries, walked hundreds of kilometers along its trails from monastery to monastery, climbed to the top twice, and had amazing meetings with ascetics and elders who are pillars of fire between heaven and earth. There are a lot of Ukrainians on Mount Athos, and our language will not surprise anyone. What can I say if 5 parishioners of our Kiev Church of St. Michael alone are now monks on Athos? One of them, monk Antiochus, memorized the entire Psalter in just 3 months on Mount Athos, which is 8 hours of reading. Thus, over the past 3 years of full-scale war in Ukraine, I have met many spiritual people on Athos, to whom God reveals the truth for the purity of their hearts. They seem to live in our time, but their souls are timeless. They do not use mass media, but they know everything that is happening in the world. And not only the facts, but the essence of the reason why the Lord allows the sinful freedom of evil dictators to influence the masses. And who are they? What is their origin? Why does a part of society welcome them? Of all the experiences I gained on Mount Athos, I value most of all the knowledge that God hears the prayer of faith. Yes, indeed, answers to our prayers do not always come at the time and in the way we expect. But they do come. And it happens at the best time and in the best way for the one who prays. And in the best way for those for whom these prayers are offered. And on Athos, prayer is special. The Mother of God herself, while on Athos, promised that the prayers of those who live and pray here would be answered quickly. This is evidenced by the miraculous icon of the quickly obedient in the Dohir monastery, which very soon answers a sincere heartfelt prayer. The Mother of God chose this region as her domain, a special place of her help and grace, her presence, where she will limit the power of demons over people who will be saved here. She promised this. After all, it is known by the testimony of the discerning church fathers that the air is full of demons, and we do not even realize how much we are under the influence of clever dark spirits, how much they influence our thinking and break up our prayers, preventing us from focusing on talking to God. To what extent do they, the dark spirits, block our hearts with obsessions, so that we do not pray with all our hearts? After all, God accepts only the prayer of the heart, and all other attempts to address Him with the mind, even with feelings, without a connection of the heart, are without value, and are ineffective, and cannot even be called prayer. We do not realize that it is often not we who make the choice between values, between ideas, pleasures, but demons who inspire us with them. The Mother of God promised that those prayerful people who will offer prayer here on Holy Mount Athos will overcome these obstacles, and they will be given gracious help in prayer, so that it is fervent in heart. In addition, the Mother of God will take care that those who settled here are provided with everything. So, on Athos, prayer is united. Here the mind easily unites with the heart. It is more cordial here than anywhere else. And all those who have visited the holy mountain and prayed on it testify to this. Back in the late 80s, I heard from the holy elders of that time, all of whom have already passed away and are honored by the church, such as Jonah of Odessa, Theophilus of the Cossack Desert. I heard that 11 prayerful people saved Kiev during the Chernobyl accident. It was their prayers that pleased God, and because of their requests, the cloud did not descend on Kiev and the city did not become desolate. So today Kiev has survived. Ukraine is fighting and does not lose heart. Our defenders, and I know them, are confident that we cannot be defeated. It is the strength of spirit that wins in the first place, not technology. If we don't have the strength of spirit that I saw in the fallen hero of Ukraine, Antony Zakrevsky, a clergyman of our church. If the soldiers do not have the strength of spirit like the soldier Georgy from the UNSO, with whom I defended the territorial integrity of Georgia in Abkhazia, the people will surrender. And this strength of spirit, which strengthens the mind, gives courage, makes eyesight sharp, is given by God through the prayers of those who pray to God on behalf of these soldiers. Perhaps the soldier in the trench is not always in prayer, but monk prays for him in the monastery, in the cave, at night, he identifies himself with this soldier on the front line. And I have seen these monks, Ukrainians, Greeks, Serbs, Bulgarians, Romanians, and even Russians, who pray for our soldiers, that God's power may be with them. So, from Athos arrows are flying into the eye of Satan, into the eye of the serpent, who wants to capture and subdue our God-loving people.